From the last session, do you have any questions? Anybody? From the last session, do you have any questions? And I have given video access and I have sent the related documents to your mails. Please check your mails. In the last video, we have discussed about what is Oracle, why is Oracle, how it is useful for business, and how it is useful for customer, and also Oracle versions, and what is the advantage of cloud database. So I have a question here. What is multi-tenancy? If you are able to answer, give me the answer. What is multi-tenancy? Anybody? Maintaining all branch level databases under one big database. Maintaining all branch level databases under one big database, that is called as multi-tenancy, that we discussed yesterday. See, this is a cloud database. Which one? This is a cloud database or a big database. Under this big database, we are maintaining all branch level databases. These branch level databases are known as local database or pluggable database. Okay, this type of maintenance is known as multi-tenancy. This type of setup is known as multi-tenancy. This is a grid database setup and this is a cloud database setup. So here in the cloud database setup, we have 4 advantages. Already we discussed yesterday. Again, I'm repeating 4 advantages. See, first one, security, multiple levels of security. Next one, communication is fast. And if you make any changes here, the changes are easily available. And cost is reducing. First one, security. Next, maintenance is easy. Cost is reducing. Communication is fast. Changes are dynamic. 4 uses of cloud database. Today we are discussing about what is SQL. And one more question, guys. Why are you learning Oracle? After learning Oracle, what is your target? You are becoming as? I hope all of you are able to hear my voice. Hello. Okay.
Yeah, you're audible. And to become a database developer.
Very good. Your name?
I'm Ganesh.
Yeah, Ganesh. Your answer is right. To become as a database developer, you are learning Oracle. Okay. In Oracle, you are a developer. Assume that you are a database developer. What is the responsibility of database developer? What is the responsibility of database developer?
To write the queries efficiently.
Very good. To write queries, and also you need to write programs. According to business requirement, you should write queries and programs. Okay. And one more point. What is the use of your program? What is the use of your program?
Reusability.
Reminding, yeah, come again.
Reusability.
Hmm,
Reusing the reusability.
no, Ganesh.
Uh,
I
achieving
need,
the
ah,
achieving the business requirement.
very good. To perform business transaction, to perform business activity. Okay, Ganesh, your answer is right, right? See how you have to answer. If any program is there, you can reuse it any number of times. But the target of program is always to perform a business task. So give me 1 minute, guys. Some people are not able to hear me. Let me put a message. Hope you understand, guys. What is the target of a program? To perform a business transaction. Withdraw money. There is a program for that. Deposit money. Another program. Change personal details. Other program. Pay the money to some other shop or whatever it is. Then it is another program. So for each business activity, there is a program. That kind of programs you should write as a developer. Once you become as a developer, you have to write programs and queries. Now, to write programs and queries, you should understand what is SQL. First, you have to learn all SQL part. Then we will move into PLSQL. Okay, first, what is SQL? Let me explain what is SQL. SQL means structured query language. It is a language. What is the purpose of a language? What is the purpose of a language? Any language is useful to communicate with opposite persons. Suppose English. In English, first what you are learning? A, B, C, D means alphabets. You are learning first position. To learn English, first you have to learn alphabets. Next, words. And next, grammar. The next part, by using letters and words and grammar, you can write sentence. After that, you are able to write paragraph. See, I will compare this with SQL. There you will understand. And finally, if you are writing a group of paragraphs, then you can write a meaningful story. Similarly, I am talking about SQL. What is SQL? SQL is a language. It is a language to communicate with the database. Repeating, it is a language to communicate with the database. In SQL, first you should understand commands. Next, you should understand keywords. And then you should understand syntax rules. Syntax rules are nothing but in which way we have to write a command or we have to use the command. And then you will write queries. Query, what is query? It is a statement. What is a query? It is a statement. And later you are able to write programs. If you write a group of meaningful programs, then it is becoming as a package. Packages. You can easily compare. The basic you have to learn is commands. Every command has at least one keyword. So you should understand what is a keyword and how to write a command. Every command has a particular format that is called as syntax rules. If you know these 3 points, you are able to write queries. Query is nothing but a statement or sentence. So if you write a group of statements, that is known as program. So program and package you will understand in PLSQL. In SQL, we are learning from commands to queries. So what is SQL? SQL is a structured query language. It is a language to communicate with the database. It is a language to communicate with database. It is a collection of commands, keywords, syntax rules. Commands, keywords, syntax rules. And in SQL, we have also operators, concepts, clauses, functions. Now, so by using SQL, you are writing statements. Those are known as queries. Remember. Next, what are the SQL commands? What is the first part here? Commands. I'm talking about commands. What are the commands? See, SQL commands divided into 5 categories. SQL commands are divided into 5 categories. First one, DDL, DML, DRL, DCL, and TCL. DDL, what is the use of DDL? Data definition language. Data definition language. How to create the database, how to define the database. In the database, we have collection of objects and also data. In the database, we have collection of objects. Object means table, view, index, sequence, and etc. How to create any object? By using create command. How to change structure of the object? By using alter command. How to delete object? Drop command. How to rebuild the table? Truncate. How to change the table name? Rename. Understand carefully. See, in your area, in your living area, you have so many objects. Suppose in your table, on your table in front of you, table is there. Table is one object. Book is there, one object. Pen is there, it is one object. Every object has a specific purpose. Similarly, in Oracle, we have set of objects. Table to store data. View to access data. Index to search data. Different objects are these. How to create these objects, how to manage these objects, we can do by using DDL commands. I hope you understand, all of you guys. DDL commands are useful to create and to manage database objects. The simple answer. Ajay, please mute yourself. Yeah, hope you, thank you, Ajay. See, all of you guys, DDL commands are useful to create objects and to manage objects. What are the commands in this category? 5 commands. 5 commands: create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. Completed. 5 commands under DDL category. And one more point, guys. Each and every command we will discuss in the next classes. Just I am listing the commands right now. Next one. What is DML category? DML means data manipulation language commands. Data manipulation language. See, here used to manage objects. These commands are used to manage data. Here used to manage objects. Here used to manage data. What is Oracle? RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. In this RDBMS, you can store data in the form of tables. How to store? By using insert, we can store data. Okay, already data is there. I want to change one value. How to change? Update. To change the data. To store the data, insert. To change the data, update. To delete data, delete. So these commands are related to manage the data. Next one, DRL command. For example, there is a table, product table, customer table, employee table. Listen carefully. Product table, customer table, employee table. I want to see list of employee names. Some other person, he want to see list of product names. So how can I access data from the table? By using DRL command. So these command, there is only one command is there, select. It is useful to access data. What is that? To access data. So access level command. Here, data level commands, managing data. In the little bit above, object level commands. To manage objects, to manage data, to access data, select command. Next, data control language commands, DCL. So controlling, sir, what is controlling? For example, let me open any e-commerce site like Amazon or Flipkart or whatever it is. Suppose this is the data. So in the Flipkart, if I want to purchase anything, I can select any one item. See, here I want to see what is this. For example, okay, if I select this, we can see the information of the product. But I cannot change anything here. Only I can access data. If I want to buy, suppose proceed to buy. If I want to buy the product, I need to log in. Compulsory, I need to log in. Otherwise, buying is not possible. So who is controlling these actions? These are controlled by DCL commands, control level commands, data control language commands. So grant and revoke, 2 commands are there. This is for giving the permission. Select permission or insert permission or create permission or any command permission. The permission given by using grant command, the permission cancelled by using revoke command. So this type of controlling done by DBA in the real time. Only database administrator will control the developers. Last category, TCL. What is the category? TCL. So TCL means transaction control language commands. That's the most important and interesting commands, these three. What are transactions? First point, what are transactions? Withdraw money. So if you withdraw money, your balance will be updated. If you deposit money, your balance will updated. If you register with a company, your information stored. If you cancel registration, suppose if you close Gmail account, you are deactivating Facebook account, right? That is canceling registration. See, if you make any transaction, okay, let me take withdrawal operation. It is easy to understand. Suppose if go to ATM, swipe the card, enter PIN number, select withdrawal, enter amount, and you have received your amount. Then your withdrawal completed or not? Completed. If your transaction is completed successfully, listen carefully guys, if your transaction completed successfully, internally this command is executing. Committed. Committed means it's permanent. Once transaction completed successfully, you cannot cancel it. See, recently by mistake I have recharged my mobile number in Amazon, in online. I made an attempt to recharge a mobile number, my mobile number only. There is a single digit mistake, right? So the recharge gone to some other person. It's recharged successfully. But not my mobile. Of course, it is my mistake. What the recharge successful means transaction completed. Once transaction completed, you cannot cancel it. Impossible. Next, rollback. What is rollback? Same thing. Go to ATM, swipe the card, enter PIN number, select withdrawal, enter amount. At last, I changed my mind. I don't want to withdraw. So instead of confirm my action, I selected cancel. Then your transaction will be cancelled. After any failure transaction or after any unsuccessful transaction, then rollback will be executed. Rollback cancel any unsuccessful transaction. That's why sometimes if you make any failure transaction, amount deducted from your account, but after some time you will get back your account, you will get back your balance. How? Internally, rollback command is canceling the transaction. Save point. Save point is defined in between transactions. Save point will be defined in between transactions. Okay, technical information you will understand later. So these are the commands you are learning in the SQL. Total 5 categories. and the number of total commands are 14. How many commands are there? 14. Okay, sir, we know what is a command. We know how to write a query. We know how to write a query. Then where should I write the query? I know how to write a query. So where should I write the query? Can I write query in the notepad? Can I write query here? No. Can I write query in the Word document? No. See, in online, you are searching data in the web page only. You are searching data in the web page only. So this is the interface between you and business. Similarly, in your system, if the database was installed, in your system, if the database was installed, okay, in between you and your database, there should be some interface, simply known as UI. UI means user interface. So in the user interface window, you have to write queries and programs. Where you are writing queries? UI window. So the default UI window is SQL Start Plus. SQL Start Plus. In this window, you should write queries and programs. See, we will write queries and programs under the client application. We have two types of client applications. Okay, what are the two types? CUI type and GUI type. So CUI type, it's SQL Start Plus. GUI type, that is SQL Developer, PL SQL Developer, Toad, and so on. We have two types of interfaces. What are they? How they look like? Listen carefully, guys. What we are discussing now. What is a client application? Client application means how the client user connecting to database. He is connecting to database directly through the application, either SQL Start Plus or any GUI type application. SQL Start Plus, it's look like a command window. Let me show you. It's look like a command window. See, go to Start and Programs. These are the programs. In these programs, just scroll to Oracle folder. You can see Oracle folder, this one. Select it. Under Oracle folder, you have one icon, SQL Plus. Select it. SQL Plus window, SQL Start Plus window opened. It is a client application. It look like a command window. So how to connect? Let me connect. System password is manager_1. Connected to Oracle Database 19c Enterprise Edition. This is one method. Okay, next, how to disconnect from this? How to disconnect? Exit. Okay, simple. In any, suppose here, let me onlinesbi.com. I want to connect to my bank account. Login. Continue to log in. It is asking for username, password, CAPTCHA, and select login. Username, password, CAPTCHA. Select login. You will be connected. Once your work was completed, in the web page you have an option log out in the web page, but in our SQL Start Plus you have an option exit, means log out from database, log in and log out. Okay, let me close this. This is a CUI type application. What is GUI type application? Different GUI applications are there. SQL Developer, PL SQL Developer, Toad, and so on. Okay, let me explain what is a GUI type application. So in my computer, here I have SQL Developer. Open it. Let me change the name. I want to maintain capitals. SQL Developer. Right. Open it. In this, you can see SQL Developer icon here. See, SQL Developer icon. Double click. So then it will be started. Like this. Oracle SQL Developer. Let it ready. Just I want to show you how it look like. Okay, so here I want to connect as this username, or otherwise the DBA. I want to connect as DBA. So select plus button here. Small plus button is there. Here, select it. Then it is asking for password. Enter the password. Entered. Select OK. Just see how it look like. Yes. So this is your work area. Here you can type the commands. Select star from tab. Select your query. Select your query. Run your query. This is run button. Select your query and run your query. These are the tables under system user. So I hope you understand how the environment look like. It's like a GUI. You can see some graphical icons in this window, but in SQL Start Plus you don't see any icons. It like a command window. This is SQL Start Plus. This is a CUI and this is GUI. And immediately you have a doubt, sir, which is important for the students? Both are important for the students. You should know how to work with SQL Start Plus, and also you should know how to work with the GUI type application also. That's why in my training I am explaining about the SQL Start Plus for the SQL part, SQL part. Once we enter into PLSQL, Then I will explain how to work with SQL Developer also, so that you will understand how to work with the SQL Star Plus, how to work with the GUI type application. That is very much useful for the student once he got a job in a company. Understand? So in any application, in any client application, we have to type queries and programs. What is SQL Star Plus? It is a default client application. It is a default client application between client user and database. In this client application, we can type queries or programs. That queries or programs executing on database. From the database server, we are getting some response. The response is known as output. The output again printing on this window. So what are the properties of SQL Star Plus? Yeah, hello. So hello Shanti, I hope you are able to hear me now. Yeah. Okay. Now, what are the properties of SQL Star Plus? First, let me connect here. I will explain practically, then it is easy to understand. See guys, this is a command window. Command window. From command window also, you can connect to database directly. SQL Plus. So my username is Dinesh7am. Assume that. And password is welcome@ORCL-PDB. All of you guys, don't worry about how to connect. I will explain tomorrow. Why? Because you don't have software in your system, right? That's why I will explain each and every point clearly tomorrow. How to connect with the database. Present connected. Okay. Now, what are the properties of SQL Star Plus? See, at a time, you should type only single query. Don't type like this. Here, don't type like this. Select star from EMP. Don't type like this. You are typing two commands, two queries. Only one query is valid at a time. And each query should be end with semicolon. Here is the semicolon. If it is not ending with semicolon, your query not executing. So there is no semicolon, just I hit enter, cursor waiting in the new line. So compulsory end the query with semicolon, then you will get output. First point, at a time type only one query. Second point, each query end with semicolon. Third point, you can type queries in any case. Small case, capital case, mixed case. No worries, anything will be worked. Small case query, same output. Capital case query, same output. So you can write queries in any case. And the last point, how many commands you are learning in SQL? We are learning 14 commands. How many commands are there? 14 commands. These 14 commands are valid in any RDBMS. We are learning Oracle. Like Oracle, we have different databases, including data warehouse also. SQL Server, PostgreSQL, DB2, MongoDB, different databases are there. In all the databases, these 14 commands are common. What is the use of select query? What is the use of select query? Suppose select star from something like products. Suppose if I am using like this. So its purpose is selecting data. Its purpose is selecting data. So same select command is valid in any database from any company. Even in the data warehouse also, how to select data? By using select only. How to insert data? By using insert only. Okay, SQL commands are common in any database. But syntax is different. Remember, syntax means way of writing query is different, but command is common. That's why SQL commands are known as ANSI standard. 4 points I have given. At a time, only one query is executable. Second point, each query end with semicolon. Third point, you can write queries in any case. Fourth point, SQL commands are ANSI standard, means globally the commands are common. These are called as properties of SQL Star Plus. Right? Next, how to open SQL Star Plus? See guys, if you want to open SQL Star Plus, first you have to install Oracle database. Any version, 11G or 12C or 18C, any version, old version also. But now my recommendation is, according to your system configuration, either install 11G or install 19C. Okay, if you install Oracle, then by default you have this application. Along with Oracle, this is also installed. No need to install separately. This is also installed along with Oracle. How to open that? 3 methods are there. 3 methods. Navigation. This is the standard method. Like go to start. Navigation means go to start. Programs. Under programs. Select Oracle folder. Select Oracle folder. This one. Under Oracle folder, select SQL Plus. Okay, then it will be opened. This is one method. Second method, say from the search window, you can type SQL Plus. See, select this directly. This is from the search window. First one, navigation. Second one, from search window. Third one, from the command window. Open command window, type SQL Plus. Enter. SQL Star Plus was started. Enter username, password. Then you will be connected. 3 methods I have explained. So before connection, you should install Oracle database into your system. Okay, so once database was installed, First, you should create a user account. You should create a user account and then connect with your user account. Immediately you have a doubt, sir, how to download database and how to install database in the system. What is the configuration for different versions? Here I am giving information. Don't worry about downloading. I will provide the software. See, in your system, if you have 4 GB RAM and in the C drive or in any drive, at least 20 GB hard disk, 20 GB ROM. Okay, now it is better to install 11G Express Edition. In case in your system there is 8 GB RAM and at least 50 GB free space, then you can install 19C Enterprise Edition. This is complete version. But remember guys, don't install this in this configured system. Don't recommend this for this configuration. Now, immediate next doubt, your doubt is, sir, how to install? How to get software? I will provide software from my drive. From my drive, I will provide download option. You can download it directly. So here already I have uploaded the videos and software files into my drive. This is Oracle 11G Express Edition. This is the software. You have to download this software, this one. This is a setup file. So directly download the complete folder. Again, I'm repeating, download the complete folder. This one you have to download, complete folder. And then how to install it? Personally, I have recorded videos. How to install Oracle 11G, how to uninstall Oracle 11G. Both videos are available. Next, similarly, Oracle 19C. Just open it and download this folder. Download this folder. This is the zip file. This is the zip file. So download it, Oracle 19C. How to install and uninstall? The videos not uploaded. I will explain personally. Already videos are there. Don't worry about it. If you need videos, I will provide videos. So no, sir, please show me the how to uninstall or how to install the Oracle 19C. I will show you. So in the help, there is install and uninstall Oracle 19C, Oracle 19C, installation part 1, installation part 2. After installation, what are the steps we have to make? And similarly, how to uninstall 19C, how to uninstall 19C part 2. Everything is available. You don't worry about installation or downloading the software. Okay, so tomorrow we will discuss about the next point. But before that, if you need the software, first you have to register. So then I will show you how to install. In the live class only, regularly we are taking the classes. In the class only, in the live, I will show you how to install the Oracle 11G as well as how to install Oracle 19C on your system only. So that's all for today. Today we have discussed what is SQL and what is SQL Start Plus. What is the use of SQL that we discussed today. Tomorrow we are discussing about how to create a user account in Oracle 11G and also how to create a user account in Oracle 19C. Both we will discuss tomorrow. Any questions, guys?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, your good name.
Sir, my name is Preetham. Actually, I am from Mumbai, Maharashtra.
Okay,
Sir, I'm a big fan of you. I see your lectures on YouTube.
thank you.
I got to know from your official website of Durgasoft that you conduct lectures also on online. So I joined it for the first time today.
Okay,
So
so
sir, I just want, yeah, sir.
please type your mail IDs. The people who attending first class today, please type your mail IDs in the chat window so that I can save the mail IDs and I will give you video access on the previous class. Just yesterday we have completed second demo. So I will give you access on those two videos and today video also, and I will send the related documents.
Sir, okay, sir.
Yeah, Pritham, if anything else you can ask me.
Sir, actually, I just wanted to know what are the timings and on which days the class will be conducted because this is
Monday
my
to
first lecture.
Saturday. Yeah,
Monday
Pritham,
to Saturday.
Monday to Saturday, working days.
Okay. And the
Okay,
timing will be 8 to,
8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
okay, daily 1 hour.
Daily 1 hour.
Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
this
okay, sir.
yeah, one moment, Pritham. All
Yes,
of
sir.
you guys, this weekend and the next weekend, 2 weekends, we don't have session on Saturday. But
Okay.
from the third week onwards, compulsory we have the sessions from Monday to Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, and actually, I wanted to know, sir, we will be covering SQL plus PLSQL. Okay.
Both
Okay. And how much tenure it will take to complete both the sessions?
60,
60 days.
60 days.
Okay.
Hmm.
And sir,
I
and
will
there will
send,
be, yes, sir.
yeah, Pritham, I will send the detailed course content document to your mails.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
actually I just got to know late evening that you conduct classes on this also. I was not aware. So I
Okay,
I joined in hurry.
okay,
So
okay.
I don't know what is the course structure and how much fees and what is the timing. So sorry to ask you on the lecture time.
No problem. So timings are 8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
and working days are Monday to Saturday.
Okay.
Every day 1 hour. Every
Okay.
day the class is recording and you can access the videos. You have the access on the videos up to 6 months
Okay.
from the beginning of the day. After two
Okay.
months the training finished, but the videos are kept in my drive until 6 months period.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sir, we can download it or it is only for view purpose.
Only view purpose.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And
why?
secondly, yeah, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, and secondly, sir, actually, I'm a working professional. Actually, I work as an application support engineer. So
Okay,
I am having 6 years of experience.
good.
So I aware about fair bit of SQL, but I'm not confident about writing
Hmm,
big queries like joins and
good.
PLSQL blocks, stored
Hmm,
procedures.
okay.
So so whatever you will be teaching, it will be you will teach in depth and everything will be hands-on, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So all of you guys, the people who attended first class today, please give me your mail ID, or otherwise do one thing. So, see, just send a request mail to my mail ID. I am giving my mail ID.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So copy my mail ID and send a request to my mail. Just drop a request mail. I will add you onto the drive. So in your test mail, I need your name, your mail ID, and the batch time. Name, mail ID, and your batch time. That's all.
Sir, how many batches you conduct usually?
Per day,
Yeah.
yeah, present I am taking 3 batches. Morning two
Okay.
batches, evening one batch.
Okay. Sir,
Morning 2 batches, we are in the middle actually.
okay.
And this batch was started before 2 days.
Okay. Sir, so whatever be doubt I will be having after seeing those
Hmm.
lecture,
Hmm.
you will be clarifying it about it, right?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right. So any questions remaining people, guys?
Uh, yeah. Sir, are we also discussing normalization and schema design?
Yes, normalization, data model. For your clarification, let me show you. Here we are discussing about data models like this. Just let me open. It is one, it's an outline only. It's not a data model exactly, but I will design the requirement like this. So based on this diagram, we should create tables, and also we have to define relations like this. What is foreign key? What is primary key? How to define relation? Without the foreign key, what is the problem? That is also we will discuss. Okay, this is sample model. And you are talking about normalization. What is normalization? See, in our documents only, if you see day 8 document, so here you have normalization and denormalization concepts. See,
Okay, sir, perfect.
right.
These are all common entry questions, so that's the reason I asked.
Yeah. I understand. Whenever a question raised like that, I know somewhere you are facing the problem at the time of interview. I know that. Yeah. Reminding people, guys.
Sir, I have not copied your email ID. Could you please once again show me 1 minute? 1 minute is
Yeah,
there.
here already. Okay. So do one thing. Here I'm typing it. This is my mail ID. dineshp.org.
Okay, sir. Noted.
dineshp.org. Please copy this mail. So by mistake, I type wrong mail ID in the chat window. All of you guys, in the chat window, I missed P, not that, this one. dineshp.org@gmail.com. You can drop a mail to me.
Okay, sir.
Right. Thank you, all of you. See you tomorrow. Good night, all of you.
Yeah, good night, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we will be covering indexes and types of indexes, clustered, non-clustered, materialized
What is your name?
Sir, Preetham.
Pritham. So, okay, you don't have this one course content document.
Yes,
So
sir.
I will send the course content document. You have everything in that. What is
Okay,
index,
sir.
index, types of indexes, everything.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye, sir.
Thank you all of you guys. See you tomorrow.